One of my viewers recently sent me a message that started with, "Bro, you need to see this Discord server." That sentence alone should have been my warning. What they showed me was a server called the Boys Puberty Center, not Discord. Supposedly designed to help teenage boys understand puberty, ask questions, and get guidance during what's honestly one of the most confusing phases of life. Sounds wholesome, right? Yeah. That illusion lasted about 5 seconds. According to the description, this server is meant for boys aged 13 to 17, with experienced staff and a safe educational environment. But after spending time inside it, I can confidently say this server is either the most irresponsible thing I've ever seen, or one of the most perfectly disguised traps on the platform. So today, I did what any sane person probably shouldn't do. I put on my metaphorical hazmat suit, mentally prepared myself for psychological damage, and went inside. And before we go any further, do not join this server. Do not interact with anyone there. Do not harass anyone. This video is purely observation. Think of it like a wildlife documentary, but instead of animals, it's Discord users. The first thing you're hit with when you join is verification. Fair enough. That's normal. But here's where things immediately get weird. To access the full server, you have to submit an application, then another application, then another one. Each application unlocks a new role. One of those roles is labeled NSFW. Now sure, puberty can involve sensitive topics. That's understandable. But once you unlock this role, the channels you gain access to aren't educational. They're explicit, and no, they're not censored. I had to personally censor everything just so I could edit this video without mentally imploding. And just when I thought that was as bad as it gets, there's a trusted NSFW role. To get that role, your account needs to be at least a month old. You have to stay in the server for a week, and you have to be active. And what do you unlock? Channels dedicated to explicit fantasies, fetish content, and games like Truth or Dare. At this point, I'm just sitting there staring at my screen thinking, what exactly am I volunteering myself into? But I didn't want to jump to conclusions, so I kept going. The rules themselves seem reasonable on paper. Don't argue, don't judge, don't trade inappropriate images in DMs. And then Rule 6, no girls allowed. Now maybe, that rule exists to prevent predators posing as girls, but it also creates a closed environment where accountability disappears. I submitted my application using the most obviously fake alt account imaginable. I'm talking, this could easily be a 50-year-old man. Levels of obvious, approved in 2 minutes, no questions asked. Once verified, you're prompted to pick roles. Your age, including an 18+ option, which already raises questions. Then circumcision status, then sexuality, then continent, then color roles, then a virginity role. At that moment, I realized one of two things was about to happen. Either this server is genuinely trying to help kids with insecurity, or I'm about to witness the most down bad Discord community on earth. So I kept digging. The announcements section initially gave me hope. The owner gives occasional good advice, like warning kids that once you send a photo online, it never truly disappears, and that the person you're sending it to might not be who they claim to be. That's solid advice. But immediately after that, there are announcements promoting other servers, ones openly centered around explicit topics. So now I'm confused. What is the purpose of this place? Education, or funneling kids into worse spaces? To understand that, I checked the introductions channel. One introduction stood out immediately. Someone openly admitting they're 18, but claiming it's okay because they joined when they were 17. Apparently, aging into adulthood is a controversial topic here. Some people are forced to leave when they turn 18. Others get exceptions. Why? Nobody really explains. Scrolling further, you'll find general chat channels, sports, music, memes, hobbies. There's a venting channel that I absolutely refuse to open. And then there's Fit Check. This channel nearly made me close the video entirely. Instead of outfits, it's basically thirst traps. One user repeatedly posts nothing but shirtless photos. And according to them, they're only interested in feminine guys. That's when it clicked. This isn't about puberty. This is about validation and potentially grooming. Now the owner has stated clearly, this is not a dating server, but using a plugin that reveals hidden channels. There's a private space exclusively for admins. Yeah, and it's full of behavior that contradicts everything they claim publicly. Red flags everywhere. Eventually, I completed the NSFW application. And that's when I genuinely regretted all of my life choices. Entire categories opened up: confessions, explicit questions, graphic discussions. The first message I saw was someone giving advice that could literally result in pregnancy. And it was wrong. Most of the advice here isn't just inappropriate, it's dangerous. 95% of messages are pure degeneracy. Even the owner participates. Asking personal, grooming questions that absolutely do not belong in a server with minors. And it gets worse. There are constant conversations pushing people into DMs. DM me for reference. DM me if you want to see. DMs are open. You have no idea who's actually on the other side. They could be 13. They could be 50. And nobody is verifying anything. One user even asked how to perform explicit acts, and instead of redirecting them to actual medical resources, the owner typed out a full tutorial. That was the moment I realized this server isn't misguided. It's irresponsible. At one point, a user described a medical issue. Instead of telling them to see a doctor, the discussion turned into speculation, with the owner literally saying it's unfortunate. They can't ask for pictures because it's illegal. That sentence alone should terrify you. Then I found messages from the owner suggesting the age of consent should be lowered. Right below that, someone asking to go to DMs to discuss body size. This isn't coincidence. This is a pattern. Every week, there's a new announcement telling members to stop being suggestive. And every week, nothing changes. The owner knows it's happening, yet the server remains open. And to top it all off, this isn't the only one. There are 2 boys' puberty centers. At that point, I was done. This isn't education. It's not guidance. It's a lawless digital wasteland that encourages unhealthy behavior and puts minors at serious risk. So yeah, this video is probably getting demonetized. But if you made it this far, let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe if you want more deep dives into the weird, disturbing corners of the internet. And maybe, just maybe, I'll do another one of these once my sanity recovers. Alright, I'm out.